Everybody, this is Lana Michelson from LanaMichelson.com, and today I want to tell you something that happened to me a few years ago. One of my children was very, very sick a few years ago, and I wasn't married at the time, and I spent many of my days, many of my nights in the hospital, and one of the organizations that was there to help kids who are sick and their families organized a support group with a psychologist for us to go to, just to help us, through the harder times that we were going through at that time. And there were many married couples over there. And one of the things that the psychologist said to the married couples was the importance of, despite the fact that when you have a child who is sick like that, you're spending, one of you is in the hospital, one of you is at home, one of you is with the kids, one of you is at work and whatnot, to still make the time to have together time. Even if it's just 15 minutes in the car where it's just the two of you and you don't talk about anything else besides the two of you, it's important to do that. Now I have some good news and I have some bad news. The bad news is that this rule doesn't only apply to families where there's a sick child. This rule applies to every single family under the sun, because every single family under the sun has lots of things that they need to do. They have lots of things they're juggling, whether they have 2 kids, 1 kid, 5 kids, 10 kids, a job, house cleaning, laundry, cooking, doing the dishes. There's always tons of things that they need to juggle. And what very often happens is that you say, well, I can't let my kids go without this, I can't let my kids go without that, the house looks like a mess, we need to have food for dinner, I need to have money in order to be able to buy the food for dinner, and what gets left out is that time together. The good news is that you can actually take the time right now, even if your child, thank God, is not sick, and let's hope your child never gets sick. And by the way, the child of mine who was sick is now totally healthy, thank God, so don't worry about that. But you can take the time to have quality time with your partner, and that's time where it's only you and your partner and you don't talk about anything else. You talk about fun things for the two of you. Now, let me explain why this is so important, all right? Generally, we get married. Now, before we get married and we're in the going out period, people are doing all sorts of fun things. They're going out together. They're talking to the middle of the night because they're not yet living together, or maybe you are living together, but in my world, we don't actually live together at that point yet. And then suddenly, you get married. You say, oh, we're married now. We're in the same house. We don't really need to go out, and we want to save money. So let's just stay home and spend time together at home. But then, as you're spending time together at home, what ends up happening is, oh, let me just do the dishes, let me just do the laundry, let me just go clean the living room. Okay, I'll just do some work from work. I'll just go read the newspaper. Oh, I'm so tired, I'm gonna go to sleep. And boom, there goes your quality together time. Before you know it, years have passed, you have the kids, and the cycle just gets worse and worse and worse. But when time gets hard between two members of a couple, and this I've heard from many of my friends who have had difficult times, but have also had a lot of good times, be it in the beginning, be it in the middle. They always fall back on those good times that they had then, and those good times, that connection they had from then, kind of keep them together and hold them together till they manage to get through the hard time, and then they get back to being connected again, to a certain extent, lesser or greater. Now, it's kind of like you have a bank. You have a bank of good things and you have a bank of the bad times. If the bank of the bad times gets to be so high and the bank of the good times gets to be really low, it's really hard to keep things together, because you kind of think to yourself, what am I in this here for? I've only had the bad times. I don't even see the good times. But if you have a big stock of good times and the bad times seems much less comparatively, it's much easier to say, look at all these good times that we've had. Am I going to give all that up just because we're going through a little bit of a hard patch right now? Of course I'm not going to give it up, because I like to have all those good times. And those good times with him or with her were the greatest times I've ever had. It's like, that connection, that friendship. So, and by the way, this goes for children as well. You can mess up with children if you have enough in your bank that covers up for it, meaning they won't think anything of it if you have enough good things in your bank that you've done with them that made them feel good about themselves. If that bank is really low, it'll be much harder to repair the damage. Not unmanageable, you can still repair it if you try, it'll just make it a little bit more difficult. In any case, my recommendation is, don't wait for things to get bad to start doing it. Start going out now, have fun. It's good to have fun. That's what life is about. Life is about having fun. You're supposed to have fun. Life is not about having the hard work. Life is not about, working the 9 to 7 every day and just spending 2 weeks vacation together at the end of the year or the middle of the year or whenever it is. Life is about having fun with each other all the time, having fun with your family, having fun with your friends. The work is the side thing. You need to do it because you need to earn money. Great. My work for me is play, so it doesn't even seem to me like work. And if you can have that, that is the greatest. But life is for having fun. Fun is good. Fun is not bad. And fun between two members of a partner is the very best. It's what you should always be having. It should be something that you both look forward to and you both want to be there. Hi there, Yom Tov. In any case, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a great rest of the holiday. I'm having a good holiday with my kids at home. We're having lots of fun. Tomorrow we're going to have a comedy show, so that'll be interesting. And remember, I'm here to make the whole world happy, 1% at a time, starting with me, and keep as many couples as happily married as I possibly can. Take care, Ilana Michelson.